Hello, Destiny Shapers. It is Coyote Heart here, and it is Monday the 29th. And, New England time is 3:50 p.m. And I thought about going on Facebook to say I was going live, but I did that the other day, and things happened. I did not get back to you. I did not do some of the things I thought I was going to get to. So today's just kind of a little bit of a check-in to cover that hiccup and a lot of things are happening in my world, seen or unseen, and I imagine in yours too. So, kind of just wanted to step forward and offer a little bit in terms of things I'm going through, but not a whole lot. Because I want to in the show more descriptions. I actually want to later come back at another point and before I go on add how you can find some other sources. I'll tell you right now what I'm going to share, but just want to have that be there for you. So when you go looking for this or find this little chat, you might have some other information. So here we are, and we're almost into April, and for us, our spring is about us, and people are planting, and soon seeds will go in the earth. Flowers are trying to fight their lives and come out and give us that joy that they do by being them. And I was thinking a few different things today. Like I had about 4 little temporary hiccups. Like I said something about my dad, and it would have sounded nice too, funny and not nice actually. But it was like kind of showing me sometimes when we have our own little hidden shadow or agendas, what comes out is a joke, but a little bit we also mean. And my father, most of his life, really, by any appearance, he was a good guy. And he's still alive. He didn't croak. I say that lovingly. I do say that lovingly. He did not croak. But he's also very guarded. And I'm like a little kid living here in this house in the sense that, like if it was my house, I'd be having people over. We would have once a month potluck. We would have a spiritual drumming ceremony. We would have a fire pit. There would be people over. Maybe we would watch spiritual cinema. We would watch a program and we would share how we felt about it, dark and light, or what were some symbology that we would like to discuss, or how it made us feel. I guess it would be like a class, but it would be like what I always liked about coffee places or coffee houses was I liked that whole mythology feel of the turn of the century or the 1800s when people met in European coffee shops and they're there to discuss the intellect of the day, or at least in my romantic mind, they're going to discuss whatever their controversial subjects regarding anything. And art was being made. Yes, people were writing and were doing some of their art, and we're talking about art and talking about all kinds of nuances of life, and not to like freaking fight, but to really mesh together and learn from each other and have these open discussions. And that's my kind of mythology about coffee houses, where in the sort of the modern day, in the last few years, although nothing in the last 2 years reflective, but sometimes people are just bringing their work to the Starbucks or their work to the place, and they having an intellectual conversation. And I think it's so stimulating to be able to do that, to lean over and say, so what do you think about this? And you do yours, and they do theirs. And like, wait, we're not going to fight. This is just like, let's talk about what we know, what we don't know, what are the possibilities, and all that. So I said something, and I had that little hiccup with my dad. Like I said, oh, we will come over and crash over here, but my dad's kind of funny if he would approach, have more freedom. But she's like, oh, that sounds so great. No, I don't want him to die. That's not my curse for him. And also noticing that he's brought about his own limitation and curse on himself. So, because he used to be so like full of life, and I thought pretty much loved life, but something happened over the last like 20 years, and he got like more closed and more tight, and not. Maybe he was always in judgment of people, and I just never knew. Like we all can be and not know it, right? We sometimes know we don't have that garbage or the shadow or the judgment, or the fear or whatever inside until we hit bump up against it or find the mirror in a person and we're like, geez, but we're realizing a little bit of that was our own hidden fear, our own hidden agenda that we had a little bit of that on some other theme. And it's really, really good if you can to say, whoa, I guess I had some of that going on, maybe not a lot, but what can I say to myself to embrace it, to accept it, because it is, and it is in you, and it was in your face, whatever, however you brought it up, however you co-created, however you walked into it, however it bumped up next to you. So what about if we just, this is not always easy, but what if you said, okay, I accept I did that. I accept I thought that. It's not my best thought. What can I do to feel better? And kind of bridge to this next place of, okay, I thought that thought. It was there to be revealed. I uncovered it. What could I do? If I feel really stinky or puny about that thought. And then you could say stuff like, sometimes for me privately, I'm like, ooh, I act kind of silly because, ew, I didn't know you were like that. And I might sing about it. I might say something like, oh yeah, I just want to give love to the world and everyone be happy, even me. Or the poopy people. Okay, maybe they're not always poopy, but they were poopy and maybe I'm poopy too. So I'm just gonna love everybody like that. Ah. And I just make up something to bring that kind of issue to the light more and to feel lighter about it. Because sometimes you do behave in a way that you just all of a sudden, like, whoa, I get it, or I got it, or I'd like to fix that in the sense of I would like to unravel, to reveal, to transmute it, to accept and just say, transmute it into the ether to remove it because I got it, don't need to get that again. And sometimes we do relearn a certain thing in a different way because it's just getting that fine tuning, just going to fine tuning. Those are like three other little small things that happen. Oh, I'll tell you one that I definitely remember. I'm going out to an appointment. One of my cats shares her more super psychic, stubborn ability with me. But I wanted to put her back in the house because my father said he didn't want to be responsible for letting the cat back in the house, and I thought I was going to be gone at least 5 hours, 4.5 to 5.5 hours. And it seemed a pretty nice day, pretty windy, but that's a chunk of time that no one is like letting her in when she's getting used to being back outside again after 5 months of these two cats I have being enclosed and not really going out or putting their nose out, coming right back in. So these days are much better for animal beings to be out longer. And yes, she has a fur coat, but I was going to be gone quite a bit. So, and she's usually very boisterous. She's very vocal. She's very, very her own identity and stubborn. But I was able to got her, and she didn't like it. I put her in. So I'm going to be gone a long time. Well, on the way to my appointment, I was going to be in the new technology of the light field, but they had a snafu. All the electricity wasn't working, and perhaps they had power lines down, so nothing electrical was working there. And that particular device needs heat and light and all kinds of stuff also for the place. Nothing was going on in that business. So I'm 40 minutes into the ride. Was probably a little disappointed, but it can't help it. Something's down, it's not working. So I had to adventure back roads, which is fine, took a whole different way back. And I was thinking about how my cat and our pets are really so psychic. They're really letting you know, hey, I know you don't always leave me outside, but this is okay. I'm going to be cool. And on my journey, just before I got the call that said, we're shut down right now, please make another appointment. I'm sorry, we can't help you. I was feeling a little bit like, well, was I going too soon to my appointment? Was something else going to happen? So that even though this particular, experience is going to work with my frequency and my field of coherence, and so it's really cool. It's super cool. I wish every one of you can actually go there, take a drive there, or have a remote session. But I'll say that a little bit later. So I was just thinking, was it going too soon? I felt like, that was the day I wanted the appointment. I went last Sunday, kind of wanted to do several in a row. take a break and do several in a row, just kind of let things me grow and maturate, saturate, whichever. But I got a call. And it was interesting, I got a call because sometimes certain places on the highway going into the remote areas or travel, you don't get your calls. They go into voicemail or they go into voicemail later, strange things, right? Timely things, probably. So this woman, Marika, she was just so wonderful. But anyway, she made the call because her partner, her husband, was the facilitator today. And he let her know that the electricity, their technical stuff wasn't working. So, okay, the cat really knew. The cat really knew to be outside because like at home, it's like when the first thing that happened within the first 4 to 6 minutes. Cats are out, and they're out now. And it's really sunny. It's very windy, but it's really sunny. And while it's a little bit cool for me, they have fur coats on. It's not snowing. It's not raining, and they're going to be okay. We have lots of shrubbery around the house. There's a few secret places I'm sure that they go to be safe. And one is here. So as you came in, the other buddy is probably outside still in very much. And this is Ellen. So, once we can develop our own, if we will allow ourselves, in respect to our animal friends, having an allowance that they are communicating with us all the time, we may be getting the messages or putting them away, but we're always getting the messages, but we're kind of either fine-tuning them or wondering about them, and are we incorporating those more in our day? Or is it just they're an animal, get the hell out, or stay the hell in, or whatever? And my animals are absolutely really trying to have a super relationship with me as I with them, because they're beings. And if you will honor your fish, your gopher, your turtle, if you honor any of the beings around you or in your home, and I'm talking about more the animal kingdom, they are going to respond differently to you, and you're going to start to have a relationship with them. All energy, everything's connected, and you're going to start to at least be aware. You may not catch everything right away in the psychic, clairvoyant realm, but it will start making sense. And you'll go, oh, yeah, it kind of makes, yeah, I got that. They were telling me that, or I had that feeling because they were trying to give me a message. So I just ask you to be open about that. If you wish to, if you don't, scroll away. I'm probably not for you anyway, so we can get the hell out of here. I don't care. But I'm just saying I've always been aware of this, but I really want to practice it more and more. Very fine-tuned because of psychic ability, because of being intuitive and more intuitive, not only to help myself, but to help you. Because I really believe that I can help you. I can see problems, I can see issues, and I can talk you through it. I can talk you off the ledge. I feel like I have that knowing. And now, of course, I want to get more clarity with myself so that I'm a super on-purpose manifestor for Coyote Hawk, for Crystal Whispers, for blonde hair, red hair, whatever hair I want, for the car that I want, for, as Michael Sandler, I'm going to follow him a little bit. He's Inspired Nation on YouTube. He does have Inspired Nation University. I signed up for a month. I want to study the class with him for Scobo Shin. She was a great metaphysical science of mind frequency holder, metaphysical interpreter of the Bible, great healing wisdom, sought after lecturer, and she wrote a compilation of books, and they all can be found in the game of life and how to play it. So Michael Sandler is going to have this. I'm not exactly sure because I've never followed Michael Sandler, just studying a class with him. But he seems pretty savvy. Well, I think he reads a book a week. Well read. He's one of the top 10 spiritual people follow him around the world. And that doesn't necessarily mean everything. It has to resonate with you if you want to learn something. Pay for a course, you don't get anything out of it. What did you get out of it? Maybe one thing, but not for you. So I kind of followed him a little bit, let them go for a while, husband, wife team, and now I said, okay, he has something of value. I'm going to try out some of the value for a while. And the trying on value for a month is $7, plus you can turn into his YouTube and also see some of his people he's invited on for guests or what he talks about. Now, the one particular thing I do want to share with you, which I highly suggest to go back to and listen to, I'm going to go back to it. I've been taking, I've been taking pages of notes. I'm only 17 minutes, and I have like, I have 3 pages both sides of notes, so I have 6 pages of notes. Because he breaks down the law of attraction, manifesting your frequency in such a way that I haven't heard before, and I found it very relevant and very easy to assimilate and understand, to implement in my life, to boom, put it into manifestation. So I want to listen. I heard it once, don't take notes because it was live. Taking notes, I can stop it now because it's a saved podcast. And then I could go back again. And it's kind of homework, like, sometimes I want to go back and watch this thing because it's like, it's an hour later. But you know what? If there's value in it, you're going to benefit. You're going to be on top of you in a good way. You're going to expand yourself. You are going to grow. You're going to have some knowledge and wisdom fine-tuned, tweaked in such a way that's going to bring you into your fuller expansion, wiseness, fullness. Why not? And it's free. This part is free. Plus, I'm going to help relate it back to you. But some of the things, so under that particular podcast, YouTube, Michael Sandler, Sandler, Manifest Like a Master, Learn How to Manifest Anything. He's kind of silly, cool, and funky. He's got a little squirrel. So he's appealing. You put the squirrel puppet on, kind of a, oh, look at me, I have Mardi Gras stuff hanging from my, what do you call it, the ceiling fan. And I have Mardi Gras masks and stuff, and I have my art all over the room, and I'm like a big kid. So he puts his hand in this squirrel called Southern Comfort, and he talks like Southern Comfort gentleman, right? Then he has a turtle. He loves turtles, whatever his turtle name, like that, because they're thinking of also moving to Florida, which on the beaches you would see turtles because they're gonna. I mean, even in New England, there are beaches where turtles go lay their eggs. The rangers go and mark off those areas, so it steps and kills the turtles before it's time for them to hatch. But actually, it's little baby turtles in Florida at one time, right their way into the water, and they'll get shoved back by the waves. And then I hope they get turtles get into the water. It's just like they're like a silver dollar size. They're trying to get, and a lot of them get eaten because they're so little, and they're gonna make it to the deeper ocean. But you know what? Life, right? Life is always wanting to move forward and thrive. No creature wishes to die. Zero. Every creature values its life, from a gnat to the fly to the butterfly to the birds to ants to even mosquitoes. Even mosquitoes and ticks. Every creature values, every creature, anything that is breathing thrive, everything that is breathing air, even the plants, the trees, but specifically I'm talking about mammals and reptiles in a good way, not the evil ones. They value their life. They value everything wants to thrive and kick and fight for its life. The big thing right now on the planet, huge. But anyway, so Michael basically offers so much, but what I like, and I'll just read a couple things really quick. Manifestation, he says, at the end of the day, is a muscle. Manifestation is a muscle. When I learn how to work the muscle, so let's pretend, when you work the muscle, when you learn to work the muscle, you co-create with, you work the power of the universe. And I'm going to give you an example of that, an easy example of that. When it comes down to manifestation, he says, it comes down to visualization. When you understand how to visualize, how to see, how to see it and feel it, how to feel it, how it feels, how it feels to touch. If you can see any part of the it that you want to bring to you, then you learn how to materialize that thing in front of you. Because as you have wanted situation, type of person, your own self type, your money, your travel, your new cars, your new house, your new mind, your new hair, your new body, new pets, new whatever, your whatever. Do it because it's not like you're gonna go after it with all your manifestation and all your pulling it in and all the things you're thinking and all the things you're feeling. What's gonna happen is you're gonna start to be in alignment, understanding the visualization, understanding that manifestation is a muscle. And that thing is seeking you. That thing has no other way but to come to you because above, so below. As above, so below. As within, so without. Within you, within your heart, your desire, so without. Within, without, within. Above, below, below, above. And I'll go into this another time. I think it's worth it to speak about it more. Abraham Hicks, if you follow them, they say you're a magnet. You draw to you by default or on purpose. You're a magnet. And all you are is an energy sponge. And that's what you follow Abraham Hicks. They say a lot of good things, but sometimes there's a little glitch in there for me. And I know of a lot of people who follow the Abraham Hicks. This Abraham Fund group. There's just a lot of the Abraham community and the good people. But here's the thing too about manifesting. You have to acknowledge your wobble. You have to acknowledge it even just a little bit. You have to acknowledge your wobble or where you feel doubtful or accepting what is at the moment. Because if you don't accept your fear and just analyze it for a little bit, then that crap is in the way of you actually being that magnet. Now, it's not saying that's going to stop you and hinge you forever, but that's going to be your curse forever. But you can't just say, no, I don't have that debt. No, no one just hit my car. No, I'm not going to acknowledge my fear. No, I'm not going to acknowledge it because if I acknowledge my fear, then I have more fear. So I'm not going to acknowledge how big fear, my big, whatever fear. No, you have to just say, okay, I feel this way about this thing, but I know there's a way to feel easier. And I know that's just an illusion of what's bothering me. It seems here right now, but that's temporary. And what I want and desire is so much bigger and so much happier and so much grander and so much greater. I'm just going to find my way to just do this manifestation slowly. I'm not going to be mad at myself. I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm going to spend some time writing about this thing I want. And then I'm going to go to a private little place and do my best to be clear about what it looks like, what it feels like, what it feels like to touch it, smell it, hold it, experience it for half an hour, experience it for a day, off and on, and then thank you. And just put that little exercise to the side, knowing that you did really good. And you can do that little exercise anytime you have a little time. But you work your muscle of manifestation by showing up to do a little bit of a homework and also acknowledging that the negative, it's there, you want to give that a little bit of acknowledgement, not its power, but say, thank you for letting me know how you felt like that. That part doesn't belong in my manifestation. So I'm going to say that's probably how I kind of felt, used to feel like a little bit, but you're over here because my bigger thing is so much greater than that little thing that, okay, sometimes I felt like that. But you know what? Today we're doing this. So thank you very much. I put you here because I am powerful. I am invincible. I am learning how to manifest better and better. So thank you. And go ahead and do the other. So I'm going to go into this another time. I'm going to bring up different manifestation people because I think a lot of you want something more in your life, and actually exponentially on a consciousness level. That's why we have Dr. Wayne. That's why we have a something blah 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 in DC, which is a corporation. Hello, it's not even part of the United States. We have London City, London Town, not even part of England, its own corporation. Vatican City in Italy, Vatican, its own corporation, not even part of Italy. Triangle under the depths of connection of the web. In the sky's depth of connection, perception in the web. And they tangle all the way out from Antarctica to New Zealand, from Kazakhstan to China. God bless the poor Chinese people that have always been in oppression. No, God bless all the people who have always been in oppression. God bless all the people in Africa who've always been in oppression. Some of you white people, you American people, you whatever people you are, you have freaking no idea what socialism is because you're in it. Communism is, and what truly rights are. I wish you did. I wish you would have got. For those of you who are, those of you who are willing, I'm for you. You don't want to listen to me. You don't want to know nothing. It's okay, fine. Go to the dark web yourself. Go create the dark, whatever the naughty thing you are. Go do it. But it's not here, and it will be time on this planet much longer. Because we are dark to light. We are the age of Aquarius, and things aren't going very well behind the scenes. I just want to uplift you guys. Things are going very well behind the scenes. You will not catch it on MSNBC, CBS, ABC, NBC, your local news, your local newspapers. You're going to have to go somewhere else, and you're going to run into people like me who even know so much more and have known more 30 years, 10 years, 5 years. Gosh, now I feel like it's been 2.5 years for me. And I kind of, on purpose or whatever, forget some names and stuff because this is about right now creating, manifesting amazing you, an amazing life. So my crystals, I think I'm going to be paying for them tomorrow in Australia, and I'm going to have those that are going to be mine. Again, if you haven't seen this, I have my EIN number. So as time goes by, I got to figure out how I'm going to do my crystals and my loose teas. That's Crystal Whispers. I've been making stuff. I'll show you one thing I've done with. Card, front. This is pretty blank. You can have all the pages to write in, card, and back. So, I mean, I actually just I gave some cards away. I gave body scrub away. I gave I loved this journal, but I gave it away to some people I haven't met. It's going in the mail. They must have given me the wrong zip code or something, but so package couldn't go today. But I'm doing it because, first of all, I valued the information the person was sharing what they're doing, and I didn't want my stuff to sit around a long, long time. I mean, I still have canvases and stuff, which I'm also going to do another show soon, which I'm going to go through each canvas with the story that I currently have and sell them. And my Patreon channel has like maybe 3 tiers. I'm working on my tiers and stuff. And yeah. And so I also do Reiki, so I'm a Reiki too. And I do feel like I want to send Reiki to people. So I don't have a problem doing a free session. I also think that if you would like a session or a group of sessions and you want to pass a donation, that's fine. Because we're all in circles of giving, and that's cool. And I want to work on that private too. I would like to be Reiki master and work more on the Grabber Boy numbers. Some of my friends was like, oh, the Grabber Boy numbers, on these numbers, it could be like evil. So I'm here to tell you, if you look up Grigori Grabber Boy, Graboi, he's it's fine. And if it doesn't resonate with you, scroll away. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't go learn it. But this is a genius, and he's an amazing person. I've never met him either, but I didn't exactly meet Jesus, the Christ did, but I kind of know him. He's a good guy too. He's an ascended master. He's one of my beings I talk to every day. He's a master I talk to every day. a bunch of people I talk to every day. So, like what else? I forget what I put in my title for my description. But I talked a little bit about my crystal. I talked a little bit about, oh, you are the power. Oh, you are the power. Energy can neither be is neither created nor destroyed. And Einstein is quoted as something like this. In so far as matter, we were wrong. There's only energy so lowered as to be perceived. You as a soul lowered into body, into a physical experience, born as a baby, you are perceived. There is no matter. So that's why all the evil on the planet and people who are croaking, and I mean that good way, if they're dying, they're transitioning, people who are leaving, who absolutely did, we've all done something part, sometimes really bad, sometimes bad, sometimes bad, sometimes naughty bad, but we all have our own stuff and our own growth. But the evil, the ETs that are evil, any fallen angel that is evil, any people that got dragged into the evil of setting up others, coercing and forcing, truly raping and pillaging, bombs, money laundering, lies and lies and lies, altering legal stuff. Big one. And it's everywhere. It's in your school. It's in your elementary school. It's in your university. Sorry. It's in your churches. Maybe not all. Maybe not all. But it's not like 25%. It's everywhere. So all the evil that's really being undone and caught and removed, let the infinite consciousness, the creator, the creatrix, the one and only, the infinite, beautiful intelligence of this universe, let that consciousness being, let that decide where and where that energy goes when it's removed. Because it's our job to hold the light, our job to take a look at ourselves and become the best as we can be. It's a practice. It's an hour by hour, minute by minute, daily by daily. But as long as you're willing, it gets easier and easier. And yeah, junk happens for our own self-learning growth and our own wisdom. It's not for us to be hard on ourselves, but it's for our own wisdom. Because if we know we didn't, whatever our icky thing is, but we did someone else did an icky thing, whatever, you should not be pointing the finger. You should be saying, you understand that things happen and people make choices. And sometimes we make choices the best we can for who we are at that moment under many different situations. And if your life or my life were under a microscope for the mainstream media to decide how it looked or what happened or not happened by their point of view, so that other people who don't even know me or you just say whatever the fuck they want to make a story look a certain way. And their sources are just the own ticker tapes that are being fed into the newsroom. Period. So, follow your heart. Take a breath before you judge. Me too. Take a breath before you judge. Because it could have been you. It could have been me. I swear on 1,000 turtle heads. The mafia asked me to go work for them. And that was beautiful. And at the time, kind of said, I did say, well, I think that would take me off my path for what I really wanted to. So, yeah, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I could put people to sleep if I don't really know them. And, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I said that. I don't think I could put the people to sleep. Now, you know, sometimes when you get really mad at someone, you feel like you could put them to sleep. But you don't really want it to go to sleep. No. So, I'm just saying, we all have stuff, we're all given stuff to learn from so we can decide what really feels good and what really feels not good, right? Creating on purpose and by default. And some of us have divinely appointed appointments for our growth as a being, our soul in the physical body. So I'm going to wish you that you would like to become a super manifester, that you would like to have a life on purpose, me too, more cleaned up, more clairvoyant, more beautiful, more rich. What that means, more healthy, more freedom. Whatever that means to you. You may want to live in a socialist environment. You may want to eat meat and kill cow every day and rape people. Well, you know what? You're going to eventually shrivel and go up to that planet or wherever where they do those things. But it won't be here. It won't be one. I'm just saying. And this channel ain't for you. It even hurts my throat just to even say that. So, if you feel you would like more information on manifestation and crystals and art, and if you want to engage in a conversation that's more uplifting, that is breakthrough information. If you'd like some Reiki, if you'd like prayer sent your way, if you would like information on new technology and how to take care of yourself, which is one step of technology, is the Light Field Foundation in Chester, Massachusetts. Look it up online. You won't be disappointed. Very cool. And I got more to say, but this is just to make up for the time that I missed the other day, and also to bring you more manifestation tips, which I think on that next video I do is going to be more manifestation tips too, and it's going to be it's more about my art because I actually need to make several pendants to go on my journals. And by the way, if you're at all interested, Lessons from the Living Lemuria by Magenta Pixie, it's a really good book. It does talk about karma. It does talk about food diet. It's very clear. It's not condemning, but it may help some of you if you wish to go vegan or vegetarian. It may just offer some insight about this if you're not vegan or vegetarian. And again, not to bring you down, to wise you up. It is also free will, no judgment. I am vegan, and it's been kind of easy. It's been a whole life, up and down with it. There were times I wasn't at all, or if I was like homeless, I ate what I could eat. Sometimes you couldn't eat lettuce and salad, but you do best you can do, and you're watching how you feel, and you start to become more aware of the planet and beings and relationships. You can shift and change, but that would be a natural, organic progression. Anything forced, however you call it, never feels right at all. Okay. My little coyote heart loves you. Have a beautiful afternoon. I'll be on soon. And they, what's her name? Gosh. Okay. Oh God, there was a woman I wanted to interview from Utah. She also does crystals, and she's very super great. But anyway, she didn't get back to me, so I don't have anything on that. But I'm going to email her again and see if I can talk with her, because that would be really cool. One crystal person to another crystal person, one person talking about uplifting and positive things to another person, and it's a whole different age range. It's like we're like 40 years apart, so we don't super close to the rate. All right, blessings, and may you have the most perfect, beautiful day, and shape your destiny.